Hi everyone. First of all, let me just thank all of you for giving me such a good response on the last video that I had posted. Many people connected with it, and I think it touched something in everyone about not being enough. A quick reminder, I was talking about how growing up, I had always felt that I had crooked teeth and fat arms, and I was always very conscious of myself. So a lot of people who messaged me and wrote to me and commented, thank you, but some of you really related to what I said. You had heard all kinds of things in your life, and I'm really grateful that you shared some of the things with me. And it just goes to show you how much we really take on board the criticism that other people have given to us growing up, and even sometimes not just criticism, but some of the things that have been said in almost a meaningless way, we've actually taken on a lot more meaning to them. So I had a really good friend of mine message me, and when she saw my video, she said to me, you know, all those years when you were thinking that way about yourself, I never looked at you that way. She said, in fact, I always admired the way you held yourself so gracefully, your posture. She said you were always so elegant. And trust me, elegant is not a word that I would have ever labeled myself as. So it came to me as a bit of a surprise. And she then said that she had to hang up all her life when she looked at herself, which was to do with her own posture, her back. She thought she had a hunched back. And she said that she always admired me. And this was really surprising to me because I always admired her and thought I had a hang up. So it just goes to show you that we look at other people in a totally different light. We look at the best in them, we admire them, we look up to them, whereas we belittle ourselves so much. Another thing that people asked me, and I think it relates to my first point, is how do we then change this? Well, one of the main things that we can start doing today is noticing our own self-talk. How are we talking about ourselves? I mean, when you put on something, a new outfit, you know, is your word the classic, is your phrase the classic phrase, do I look fat in this? I mean, guilty, I've done that, and I may still do it sometime because it's so ingrained in me. But the language we use for ourselves, if you become aware of what we're saying and catch ourselves out and correct ourselves, that is one step to actually owning who we are and actually starting from a place of self-appreciation, of self-love. So being nicer to ourselves, which brings me on to my next point, which is about letting praise in. Letting praise in and praising ourselves. So how many of us, when we are ever complimented or praised, we kind of belittle it, almost shake it off, and you know, it's seen as, oh, we need to be humble. If someone says, oh, you look really nice in that top, and somebody will say, oh, well, or this top, I got it at a sale, at a discount. You belittle the compliment, whereas all we need to really say is thank you. Thank you for that. So start to let your praising in, let the compliments in. When someone says something good to you, believe it and let it in. And in fact, when you are doing something good for yourself, if you're, you know, leading a good life where you're providing for your family, you're juggling a lot of things, we often look to praise from other people. Let us start by praising ourselves. Give yourselves a pat on the back after a hard day's work. Say to yourself, well done. I'm proud of you. You're such a good parent. You're such a good wife. You're such a good sister. You're such a good mother. You're such a good partner. Whatever it is, give yourself the praise that you want to hear and let the praise in from whoever gives it to you. So I have a little exercise that I'd like you all to do. I'd like you to basically write down all the compliments that you can remember that you have received. They can be little compliments, big compliments. Write them down and really read them and let them in. And try to remember how you reacted to those compliments. Did you allow yourself to take it in? If you didn't, now you know. Next time somebody says you look good, or you're so smart, or you're so intelligent, simply just say thank you. Don't try to come up with some sort of justification, and own it. So I hope this helps you from my last video. I'm Jas Bamra. Thank you for watching.